Final update, Coworker is too busy to do her job, gets a taste of her own medicine. You now for the big meeting. At the initial meeting, my boss wanted me to apologize because, in his words, what I did leaned on the side of cruelty. I refused, and that activated a meditation between Lola and I which we just got concluded today. To put it simply, I'm fine and she's gone. In fact, I didn't really have to do much, and everything took about an hour to conclude. Allow me to paraphrase everything for you. My memory is good, but it's not eidetic, so I'll focus on the important bits. Cast, me Lola Pound, Lola's boss MB, my boss. So, for starters, we all sat down, and Lola started off by demanding that I apologize to her in front of the school for making her cry. Her boss seconded that, and both of them had smiles on their faces. I flat out told them that wasn't going to happen, as I would have to tell everybody why I'm forced to apologize. Lola, you made everybody hate me. Me, I didn't make anybody do anything. What I did was show you what you were doing and how inconvenient it was for everybody. What they did was like the idea and joined in. Pound, you still need to apologize. What did you be petty and cruel? I recited a quote from one of the Redditors who commented on my story. Me, if I'm being cruel by doing the behavior, do you think it was also cruel when she was doing it? Because I can tell you it is humiliating to be ignored and told to get over it. Lola and Pound looked at each other with blank faces, and that's when MB chimed in. This is where I got a little nervous because of our last meeting, but he surprised me with this question. MB, Lola, do you understand what your job entails? Lola, yes. MB, was it explained clearly? Lola, yes. MB, then, why am I getting receipts of things our teachers had to buy when it's your job to get it for them? Now, it was my turn to have a blank face. MB explained that he found it odd that I refused to apologize, as, in his words, as childish as op can be, he does have the sense to admit when he's wrong, crude, but accurate. So, he decided to do some research. He reached out to both foreign and Chinese teachers that were associated with me and gathered information about Lola's antics. MB took out a folder that showed conversations that he had with numerous teachers along with their receipts of what they asked Lola to acquire for them, which she never did. Lola, well, me, let me guess, mimicked Lola, I'm so busy. I know I'm petty. Lola, frowned. So, is everybody going to be mean to me? I can't help. MB, Lola, what have you done for our teachers? Lola got quiet at that question. However, that didn't stop her from staring daggers at me, nor did it stop me from smiling. Pound began speaking to MB in Chinese. Passionately, I might add. After a bit, MB and Pound looked at me. Pound, can you, at least, apologize for getting the others involved? Me, I do apologize for that. It was meant to be between Lola and me. No one else was supposed to get involved. Lola gave a triumphant smirk before saying, now, we can get back to work. Me, I couldn't help myself. I can get back to work since I actually do my job. Lola's jaw dropped at that comment and looked at my boss. Lola, are all foreigners this rude? Me, some of us even know how to throw shade. MB, Lola, you made teachers spend their own money on things that you were supposed to get for them. Lola, they should have been patient with me. Pound, and that still doesn't excuse how they treated her. Admittedly, this is where I lost patience. I yelled at Pound about the fact that, whether he was doing it intentionally due to some obligation to her, or if he was just that dense, he was focused on the part. The fact of the matter is that anybody in their mind can see that Lola is the problem here. She had forced us to buy my own supplies, miss Starbucks, and refuses to do anything in a timely fashion, but you're focused on me and the fact that I decided to do the same thing to her. I then followed with a question, there's something I'm missing here? Are you two sleeping together? Pound went silent after that. His face was beet red, but I couldn't tell if it was due to anger or shame. Nevertheless, he didn't say another word. Lola, on the other hand, Lola, I didn't do anything wrong. Me, are you kidding me, right? You weren't going to your job. The conversation went on and on in circles with Lola using her classic lines over and over again. Eventually, MB snapped. MB, enough. I was then excused from the room and told to wait in my office. When I got back, I was given the final verdict. To make a long story short, Lola got fired for basically not doing her job and costing the company money. She tried to justify herself, but MB made it clear that the teachers shouldn't have to use their own money on things that the school should be providing. Then, she tried to ask for a second chance, but neither MB nor Pound thought that she could be trusted. I mean, if it was just me, maybe, but there were multiple counts of her actions that he gathered. Finally, she tried to demand my job, stating that it was the fair thing to do, but my MB counter with my merit. As crazy as I can be at times, again, a fair point, my students love my class and respect the work that my colleagues put into it, something that Pound had to agree with it. So, Lola is out, and I didn't have to defend myself as much as I thought. I did, however, had to talk to the high schoolers about what they did and make them apologize. They really didn't want to, but I did have to remind them that, A, it didn't concern them, and B, they are still students.